Hi, I'm Becca Walsh-Wolfe, and I am the program director for a couple of literacy nonprofits in town. One of them is called Read GR. We distribute brand new books to kids who might not otherwise have them in the home, similar to RIF, the Reading is Fundamental program. I actually worked as the RIF coordinator for Grand Rapids Public Schools for 10 years. And then when they canceled the program, I had an offer to move it outside of the district, but continue offering the same services, not just to GRPS, but to other districts in the West Michigan area. So we are in our second year and we're growing. And then I also am the program ambassador for a national nonprofit called TutorMate, which focuses on first graders. It's an online tutoring program where we partner tutors with students. The tutors actually Skype into the classroom. They see the adult version of what the child is seeing on the screen, and they practice literacy skills, games, lots of phonics, phonemic awareness types of things, just reading stories, that sort of thing. So I've been doing that for 3 years. That is also growing, and that is currently in Grand Rapids Public Schools only in this area, but it is nationwide. We're in LA, New York, Chicago, every big city you can think of. So that's a really great program. The achievement gap is basically a disparity in performance of some kind in school, whether it's test scores, grades, that sort of thing, between two different groups. So it could be, for example, the difference between how girls tend to do overall in math and science versus how boys tend to do overall in math and science. Um, and yeah, I've definitely been working in this field for quite a while now. And what I do with Read GR is I try to help shrink that achievement gap by providing books to students who might not otherwise have them for whatever reason. Um, Usually it has to do with students that live in poverty. When you're struggling to put food on the table, it's hard to find the money to actually purchase books to have in the home. But all the research shows that having books in the home is actually the number one indicator of future educational success. So it is actually very important for students to have those books in the home. Um, and we also spread awareness about the importance of parents reading to their kids, talking to their kids, the importance of kids seeing parents reading themselves, because we all know that kids tend to model what they see more than they just do as told. So that's what I do. In terms of achievement gap and policies in place, well, the biggest and most obvious is funding, and the funding disparity, and how the wealthier districts are given more money per student than students in the poorer districts, which in a twisted way, that our capitalistic society has sort of created a twisted view, I believe, of economics. They take the taxes they base it on taxes. So people with more money obviously have higher taxes in terms of the amount of money, if not the percentage that they are taxed. And that money goes directly back into their own communities. Whereas, in the poorer districts, there just isn't the amount of money. So it seems backwards to me. I understand the viewpoint that they take it from. I just don't agree with it. But of course, that creates this achievement gap, because you've got kids that are already disadvantaged in a variety of different ways, who now, in addition to that, are not receiving the same level of funding as kids that are already tend to be kids of privilege and have all kinds of advantages that kids that are disadvantaged don't have. So it's a pretty screwed up system, and that's why I'm here. I have already gone through my Master's of Education program at Davenport, and I graduated in April, but I'm interested in pursuing the Educational Leadership certification as well. I really enjoyed the program, and I'm glad to be in this class.